In a plot twist straight out of a Hollywood gangster flick, Lil Meech, who had just been released from jail thanks to 50 Cent himself, was violently attacked while leaving custody, leaving fans and industry insiders scrambling to answer one explosive question. Was this 50's move or a calculated street play beyond his control? This isn't just your typical celebrity drama. This is deeper, darker, a tale of betrayal, business, power moves, and real-world consequences in an entertainment industry that's beginning to look more and more like the streets is portraying. At the center of it all, Curtis 50 Cent Jackson, the mogul, the mastermind, the man who built an empire off street tales and now finds himself directing one in real time. Let's set the stage. For months, things have been heating up between 50 Cent and the rising star of the BMF series, Lil Meech. The real-life son of Big Meech, the legendary figure the show is based on. At first, everything was picture perfect. 50 was mentoring Meech, grooming him into not just an actor but cultural icon, handpicked to carry the legacy of BMF both on screen and in real life. It was father figure energy. It was loyalty. It was legacy. But then something broke. Behind the scenes, whispers started to swirl. Creative differences, power plays, ego clashes. Lil Meech was said to be too comfortable, feeling untouchable. Meanwhile, 50, known for his zero tolerance, my way or no way approach, wasn't pleased. There were delays, miscues, rumors of attitude problems. Then it happened. Lil Meech was arrested, and not just for something random. He was arrested for allegedly harassing 50 Cent himself. Let that sink in. One of the biggest moguls in entertainment had the lead actor of his own show, a young man he helped launch into superstardom, locked up. The world was stunned. Was it petty? Was it personal? Or was it business? Sources close to the situation said it wasn't as simple as people thought. Apparently, 50 had warned Meech multiple times, told him to get his act right. But Lil Meech, perhaps empowered by his growing fame or the street blood running through his veins, didn't listen. And in 50's world, if you don't listen, you learn. So 50 made his move. The arrest went public. Meech was humiliated. But then, just as quickly as it started, 50 turned around and did something nobody expected. He got Meech released. Why? Because the BMF series was bleeding without its star. Fans were demanding continuity. The narrative needed to stay intact. And in the twisted high-stakes world of TV and real-life beef, sometimes you have to rescue the man you just tried to destroy. That's power. That's strategy. That's 50 Cent. So Meech was released. Tensions were high, but he was free. He was on his way out, likely to rejoin production, resume filming, maybe even patch things up with the man who both made and broke him. But before he could even take a full breath of freedom, he was attacked. Somewhere between the jail gates and production studio, masked men pulled up and beat Meech down. Reports say he was caught off guard. He had no security, no entourage. Just him and the city that suddenly didn't feel too welcoming. He was hospitalized with multiple injuries. Not life-threatening, but enough to send shockwaves through the industry. Now here's where it gets wicked. Immediately, the internet exploded. Some said it was karma. Some said it was revenge. But many pointed the finger right back at 50 Cent. Could this have been his doing? A parting shot? A message? The theory goes like this. 50 Cent got Meech arrested to humble him, then release him to bring him back in the fold, but not before setting him up to be handled on the way out. Not to kill him, not to maim him, just enough to leave a mark. Just enough to make sure the kid would never cross him again. 50's been known to play chess, not checkers. This wouldn't be new territory. But there's a twist. Some people close to the situation say 50 had nothing to do with the attack. They claim he was just as shocked as everyone else. That he even reached out to Meech's people afterward to check in. Some insiders say this was street business, not Hollywood drama. That Meech had beef with people from his past. People who didn't like the way he was carrying the BMF name. That there were people, real ones, who thought Meech was profiting off a legacy he didn't earn. And now that he was out in the open, they saw an opportunity to send a message. So which is it? A ruthless power move by 50 Cent, reminding the world who runs the table? or a grim consequence of Meech's real-life associations catching up to him? No one knows. But what we do know is this: the game just changed. 50 hasn't made a public statement about the attack. He's posted memes, made jokes, kept the usual antics going. But those who know him say he's watching, he's calculating, he's reading the room, and more importantly, he's deciding what version of this story will serve him best. Because let's not forget, this isn't just street beef. This is content. This is marketing. This is ratings. And in a twisted way, this kind of chaos might be exactly what 50 needs to boost the next season of BMF. There are rumors that the attack will be written into the script, that Meech's injuries will be worked into the plot, that life will imitate art, and vice versa. Because if there's one thing 50 understands, it's how to flip pain into profit. But what about Meech? Is he done? Humbled? Silenced? Sources say no. In fact, they say the young actor is more focused than ever, that he's using the hospital time to regroup, rethink, rebuild. Some even claim he's planning to release a statement of his own, one that doesn't point fingers, but lays bare the politics, the betrayal, and the blurred lines between